The Lincoln-Douglas Debates, performed by David Strathairn and Richard Dreyfuss, introduced by Alan C. Gelzo, and additional narration provided by Michael McConaughey.
In the year 1858, every political eye in the United States swiveled onto what would usually have been considered a minor political election in the Midwest. The senior U.S. Senator from Illinois, Stephen A. Douglas, was running for re-election to the Senate, and considering that Douglas was the most powerful politician in the Democratic Party, and maybe even in American politics itself, his re-election campaign should have gone off without a hitch. In 1850, Douglas had helped cobble together the most famous political compromise in the history of the Senate, the Compromise of 1850. Which helped soothe the political turmoil over the legal enslavement of 4 million African Americans by the 15 southern states of the American Union, and the demand of Southerners for the expansion of slavery into the undeveloped territories of the American West. Then, 4 years later, Douglas was the architect of the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which laid down as the method for solving the slavery question in those territories the doctrine of popular sovereignty, that the people in the territories should be the only ones authorized to decide whether or not to legalize slavery for themselves. Douglas was riding the highest political tide of his life in 1858, and re-election to the Senate would be not only a popular affirmation of his policies towards slavery, but the high road to nomination as the Democratic Party's candidate for President of the United States in 1860. But there were dangerous currents beneath that tide for Stephen Douglas. When popular sovereignty was used as the method for settling the territorial government of Kansas in 1856, a guerrilla war between pro-slavery and anti-slavery factions broke out, which cast doubt on the real feasibility of popular sovereignty. A year later, the U.S. Supreme Court handed down its judgment in a freedom suit filed by a slave, Dred Scott, and the majority opinion, written by Chief Justice Roger Taney, struck down the doctrine of popular sovereignty on the grounds that no Western territory could exclude slave owners and their slaves.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?